Yo guys, what is up? Welcome back to some more Zero Hour. Welcome back to the World Series 2024. Back here today with another round number 1, another best of 9. First to win 5 games. Down in the south position, this is the USA Laser. For the blue player, this is Lift Truck. Up in the north position with the GLA Stealth, this is the cyan player. This is Stilvior. Can't say if we've ever seen him on this channel before. Don't know if I've ever seen him in the lobby or play in a match. Don't know if I've ever played against him, so I don't really know much about him. But we do know Lift Truck. We know he's a really good player, so I'm going to assume that this would be the favorite player going into this. Is just Lift Truck. He actually got quite a high ranking and high placement. He got himself into pot 1A because he won a best of 1 tournament. And he was one of the biggest spammers in recent years. I think in 2023, 2024, one of the biggest spammers. So might be difficult here for Stilvior, but we shall see. There's a TNT right there. Almost got the Chinook, actually. I'm not sure if Lift Truck saw that, but it's definitely not worth it. I don't think, just to lose your dozer to kill 1 worker, 2 workers. Is it really distracting Stilvior that much? I don't think so. This tunnel in the end did get finished. This tunnel is up, and there's a tunnel here as well. I like that position of the worker. It's something I've often done in the past. I don't know if I was the first one to be doing it, but yeah, you can get your worker tucked there, start building a tunnel, and it is very, very hard to crush. Probably a USA dozer could still crush it, actually. First tentacle now from Stilvior. At least I think that's how you're supposed to pronounce his name. Lift Truck is here with the defending Vs. However, that V there at least was quite empty, so minimal damage done to this technical. Stilvior definitely knows what he's doing, actually. Occupies this bunker. The only thing is, though, you want to be ideally doing damage to the USA. You want to be hitting his supplies, harassing the Chinooks and stuff, so whilst he started pretty good defending against the dozer, he actually hasn't caused any major damage or any damage at all, really, to Lift Truck. He's not taking out any Vs or done any harassment yet. But he is inside of this building, which is a bit annoying. But Lift Truck is immediately bringing Rangers to combat drop it. Those Rangers are going to flush out the RPGs. This V going a little bit far forward. However, Lift Truck is dealing with this regardless, and that technical is going to die. So no damage has been done to Lift Truck. In fact, Stilvior's got 0 XP. Lift Truck bring in one of his Rangers. Maybe he wants to flush out that building next. Not sure exactly where he's taking it. Oh no, he's going to go and flush out this building. But I think there's 3 RPGs in there, and it requires 1 Ranger to flush out 2 RPGs. They trade off and just disappear. So I don't think... Oh. Maybe there was only 2. Okay, maybe there's only 2. So yeah, they've just traded off and just disappeared. So the building is now neutral. We've got Lift Truck pushing out. With that mid-game deadly number of Vs. If he gets straight to the arms dealer, there is going to be problems. But Stilvior very, very quickly in this match. Stilvior still killed 0, actually. He's not... I think, do you even get XP for a drone kill? I think you do, so he's not even killed a drone. We'll see now, actually. There is a technical coming in with a TNT, but does miss the target. Yeah, just look at that XP difference. Was making quads. Not totally sure I agree with that. Some of these technicals are just sitting idle. You want to kind of come in from the side of the technicals whilst the Vs are sandwiched in between technicals, tunnels, RPGs. That's what you want to do. And he's coming in now in probably a bad formation. Whilst the Vs have got some free time and they've already dealt with the tunnel. So Stilvior has still killed 0, which I find amazing. Lift Truck has just been efficient with the Vs. There's been no TNT attempt. There's been no harassment on the Chinooks. The V's just chilling, waiting for reinforcements. Lift Truck has not gone for his oil or refinery yet. He's just literally amassing a huge number of Vs and then going to charge in. So might see one V go down here because there is enough technicals now to maybe take out one. But I think with the superior micro, all of them technicals definitely will go down. Here's 1V. 1V goes down. Ambulance taking some damage there as well. Goes down, and Stilvior has been defeated. Yes, so he lost 2 Vs there in the end. Lift truck.
You are victorious.
But GG, well played to Lift. And Stilvior goes 1-0 down. Okay, so moving on to match number 2. Lift truck will now play with a GLA Stealth in the blue in the north position. Then all the way down in the south position, USA Laser for the cyan color. This is Stilvior. Yeah, some people were asking about the countries in previous sets, like what countries are the players from. So Lift Truck is from Iran, or as the Americans would say, Iran. Stilvior, I actually don't know. I don't know where he's from, but I'll give you the necessary links in the description, and maybe you can look that up. Might be Russian. Yeah, it could be a Russian player, but I'm just guessing there, to be honest. Okay, so Stilvior going for 2 supplies into a war factory. It's not going to be a box. I mean, you could probably do a box if you get your dozer there and then build a barracks on the most wonkiest weird angle. I don't actually know if it'll fit there, but I don't think he's doing a box anyway. I think he's probably going to get hunted. Unless Stilvior builds a barracks there now. He's going to just try and keep the dozer tucked behind. Dozer comes through, hits the worker. Lift truck has got an awful lot of workers there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he had 8 because he's just pulled one off. Put it inside of the technical to go and finish this tunnel. More technicals behind this for Lift truck. Second war factory for Stilvior. Okay, this is interesting. And he's upgraded to the tow missile already. Okay, this is different. See the difference in aggression, though. We're only 2 minutes and 10 in, and already the supply's been hit with the TNT. So the double war factory spam will slow down a bit because the production has to be halted while you save up 2k to rebuild that supply. Don't agree with that position of that tunnel. I would like that to be further back. Left truck with a beacon there in the base. I think that's a mistake from him there. Interestingly, yeah, there was no streamer for these games, so I'm watching the replays. It's very, very fresh though. You're only like 12 hours behind or something. But interestingly, the games didn't get uploaded to Gentool by either player. I think Lift Truck claimed that Gentool was down that day, so they weren't uploading, but he saved the replays. But I hope it was just down and it was just a one-off thing, because if it wasn't down and players just forgot to upload, that then and then it's just allowed, then it sets a precedent for future matches. What happens when it's the grand final and one player forgets to turn Gentool upload mode on and they won? Yeah, what happens? I think you need to set a precedent from the beginning that rules need to be stuck to. But yeah, maybe Lift Truck's correct. Sometimes Gentool doesn't upload. But yeah, we're only a few sets in, and already we've got Gentool replays not uploaded. But I suppose this at least is a round one, actually. If it happened like a quarterfinal, probably people would have more to say about it. This tunnel has actually been built now. Just a little bit further back. But these Vs are pushing out without an ambulance. And therefore the technicals are going to have a field day. Stilvior is actually doing the Excal trick, which is where you force fire your own unit as it's about to die from the enemy, and it stops the enemy getting XP. I do like it, actually. Stopping the enemy from getting XP. If it's dead certain that that unit is going to die, I like it. But yeah, I'm just not so sure about this double war factory MTV spam, especially pushing without an ambulance into tunnels. Don't really like that. It has got an ambulance now, though. There's quite a lot of technicals out. You see how many technicals there should be? Ambulance comes forward for Stilvior. He's after the RPGs. The thing with the Vs is now they're not fully loaded. They can't be even half as efficient. Look at the XP this time in this game. RPG's just being a little bit annoying. He's got too many Chinooks there, but he actually can't collect here because there's quads. So Stilvior's way up against it here. I'll be surprised if he's able to win this without being able to collect there. He's going to have to push in here. It's going to be an awful engagement because there's tunnels and this occupied bunker, and lift truck is about to be on probably 2 oils. So Stilvior has to push and do some serious damage now, if not even win the game now, actually. He's building a strat back home. He's actually long distance collecting from that supply now. So, okay, there's 4 Chinooks here. But he's also got 3 there. He needs an extra one put over here, I think. Yeah, the formation not amazing. Lift is being quite efficient with the tunnel pops. Picks off a few Vs. I think lift truck has got a super tech there as well. Loads technicals now from lift truck. Entering the base of Stilvior, camping the production. And these technicals are able to get even more scrap. They've already got grenade. The grenade level, which is when they've upgraded 1 scrap. So you see how fast they're deleting these Vs. It's a very different game to the first one. So many Vs getting picked off. I think lift truck's going to be on a palace soon. As I say that, yeah, he's on 100% palace. Beacon has been placed by lift truck. If you press spacebar, it takes you to the last thing that was that you were notified about. And Stilvior has been defeated. Yeah, he's getting outplayed a little bit.
You are victorious.
Which lift truck is the favorite. I just don't know if the double war factory thing is a viable strat. I mean, it is kind of good, and sometimes you can pull off some wins. But I think the war factory barracks, or the old trusty war factory barracks, and loaded Vs is a little bit better. So yeah, 2-0 there for lift truck. Okay, jumping into the next one. I like seeing this map. It is Sakura Forest 2 by No Mercy and Radar. Down in the bottom right, we have the blue USA Vanilla for the player that is lift truck. Is it going to be another USA GLA? Let's see. Oh, no, it's not. It's USA versus Nuke. Should be a 1-1 matchup, actually, because the Nuke is significantly weaker than the USA because loaded Vs wreck everything. They wreck everything in the game, but they especially wreck Nuke. This is the Nuke. For the green player, this is Stilvior. Yeah, if you want to see the most up-to-date bracket, I'll leave the challenge. It's challenge.com. That's where the dynamic bracket is if you want to see it fully up-to-date. But I know some people may not have watched all the matches yet and they don't want spoilers and stuff, so I always put, generally in round 1, I'll put an empty bracket at the beginning, just in case like you haven't seen Excal against It's a Res or some of the other matches that have been going on. Killer versus Big Size, what an epic set that was. Shout out to Killer. Okay, so it's a 1 supply build from Stilvior. Okay. Not sure how I feel about that. Really not sure how I feel about that. It's doing some wonky builds. Like, can't you just, like, go and watch a pro replay and just, like, copy a build? Like, I get the creativity. Honestly, I do. But a 1 supply for the Nuke against the US? I don't know, man. I don't know. And it's just being completely stopped by the first loaded V. I mean, let's say you had like a rock-solid plan. You were going to heavy go for the oils in 1 supply, and there's no way the USA can stop it. Okay, I totally get it. But the fact he's gone for the oils. And one of them has been completely shut down straight away. This one's probably going to get denied. Just by like the first V. Might get 2. That should have been evac'd and captured. Like, as soon as that V left, it should have been captured. But the Helix is now dead, and that's like a mega expensive unit that's just died to simply the first V. So... I mean, it is difficult for the nuke no matter what you do, to be honest. Ideally, you want to keep the USA as busy as possible. Until you get Overlord's ECMs, and that's probably where you have the biggest chance. Or a massive number of Helixes. Can also wreck like small numbers of Vs, but it's difficult regardless. And that's over in 3 minutes and 19 seconds. But it is imbalanced, but let's see what Lift Truck can do in the reverse with the nuke. Okay, jumping into the reverse then. So playing with the China nuke this time. This is the blue player. This is Lift Truck. Down at the bottom right, we have the USA. For the red player, this is Stilvior. Probably pronouncing it completely wrong, but I mean, that's how it looks to me in English, so I'm just going to carry on saying that. But there's probably like some fancy way. I mean, maybe I've got it right, but typically, I think as Brits, we get things wrong. He likes to do his war factory really close to the supply, doesn't he? He did that in the previous game as well. The last game on Snowy Drought, I mean. Here's probably a more normal build. I think from my experience as well, Lift Truck tends to get tilted if he loses a couple of games or he gets frustrated. And I think that may become his like detriment in the future, may work against him when he comes up against a hard opponent. And I think also any one of his opponents that are watching this now could use that to their advantage as well. There's rules. You're not allowed to flame, as they say, your opponent. You're not allowed to say like disgusting things, like when Fargo starts calling people a pathetic moron in the middle of a set. Not necessarily allowed to do that, but you might be able to. I don't know if you're allowed to type easy. I think you're allowed to type easy. Fargo does do that as well. But let us know in the comments, actually. Even among like the mature players, would you rather see more people type in easy and mental games against their opponent without going overboard and without actually flaming, or do you think all players should just say GG, well played, that's it, and be mature about it? I think the easy stuff creates excitement for some viewers. I'm not going to say all, but for some. Okay, so this V for Stilvior has come in. One of the dozers, I think, has been picked off, but that V gets stopped. There's missile defenders dotted around. Only one remaining, though. Lift Truck did get 1 oil here, and he's got a second there, and he's got a third there in his base. Third supply for the Lift Truck. He's got his prop. Strat being built by Stilvior. I don't really think you can carry on playing this with no oils. I think at least getting 1 or 2 oils as the US is pretty decent. That Dozer has to be careful, but he is on a prop and 2 war factories now. Certain Destroyer is coming. This is probably the moment where Stilvior can do the most damage. Need to stay away from that artillery platform. Don't go too close to these red guard when you're about to have 20% range advantage. Don't go too close to the Overlord. If it had just waited a few seconds, that search and destroy, this would have been a lot more efficient. But right now, his Vs are getting pretty low. One of them has been ECM down. Artillery platform has hit this. I think he might be rushing the situation a little bit too much. Overlord survives. His whole V army has been cleared. Lift truck getting a refinery. This has taken an awfully long time for Lift. I think he's did he pull that unit when it was mid-capture or something by mistake? But it's taking a while to get that. Another annoying V coming in. There's loads of Overlords and ECMs protecting this dozer. I think Stilvior would quite like having that dozer, but I think Stilvior needed to go for 2 oils in the beginning. And deny the lift oils as well. And he probably could have dropped the Chinook over it and suicided it for that dozer at some point. I think it's maybe too late regardless of what he does now. But there was probably a point in time where you could have suicided a V to kill that. Then all you have to do is like stop the prop and then you could just make loads of fire bases and just camp it out. So something along those lines. Lift truck needs to get a subliminal messaging speaker tower bonus from the prop. Stilvior now finds all of these oils captured, but Lift truck is on 5 oils right now, plus the refinery. I really like this map. It's a unique map. Yeah, No Mercy also made Blue Hole. Another cool map. And I believe Tiny Tactics as well. This is all really cool maps. Lotus has got another oil, so that's Lift truck now with 6 oils. Actually, those 2 have died, so that's only 4. But it would have been 6 as he's even captured this one. Not so sure about that by Lift. Did he need to engage this? He can probably afford trade-offs now because it doesn't really matter, does it? It's a bit of a wonky prop position because it kind of funnels the units out in single file. Yeah, Stilvior's lost this one. He's just like very slowly killing this oil in his base. That actually has missile defenders inside of it as well, I think. No, it's actually empty. But that one has something inside of it because I can't drag a box around it and select it like I can with some other stuff. The A10 has just come in and picked off that oil. Okay. I mean, what are these Vs doing, man? Probably want to get Crusaders at this point against that, but there's going to be nuke MiGs on the way. It's a very claustrophobic base here. Would like Lift to be sending dozers out to the extremes of the map. It's pretty clear Stilvior is busy. And not very good at stopping Lift truck in the corners, getting the oils, probably expanding. So yeah, MTVs are getting picked off here. Lift truck is just too good. Like you see Lift truck playing high level 1v1s all the time.
You are victorious.
But the fact that I said at the beginning I haven't heard of Stilvior, I don't think I've played against him, I don't think I've seen a replay. That pretty much tells you what you need to know in terms of the experience. If we'd seen Stilvior in loads of high-level 1v1s, probably this set would be a lot closer. But I get it, not everyone has the time or the desire to be competing at the very, very top level. Okay, so up in the north position with the blue for the GLA Vanilla, this is Lift truck. Down in the south position with the purple, this is the China Vanilla. This is Stilvior. Yeah, if he just lost USA against a nuke, he's probably going to lose GLA against China because GLA is significantly better than China. However, I have seen China Vanilla win on this map before against the GLA. Better ideally if you're against the demo where the quads are a little bit more expensive, like 750. It's going to be a double helix all in. We've seen this at least once this World Series so far. He's delayed that airfield. I like the thinking though. He's placed down a barracks here in case lift truck was waypoint scouting. I don't really think lift truck is going to be waypoint scouting though, which is where like you select a barracks and you like clicking under the fog. You could be clicking around here, and then it'll say building not able to be placed, unable to place rally point. So yeah, unable to place rally point whenever there's a building there. So, but I think he might be overthinking it. I doubt the lift truck is doing that. What you want to be more scared of is this TNT coming in and revealing the airfield. Like, what does lift truck see there? I don't think he's seen the airfield, actually. Lift truck is going straight quads, though. You see that helix, how much slower it was because he did the barracks thing? Lift truck immediately drops down a stinger. Could be a very quick set, this one. Because if that stinger completes, plus a few quads RPGs, I don't think this Licks push is going to work. The bunker Licks is dead. Speaker tower Licks. He's placed some beacons. Is he going to say GG or something? What's he going to say? This is him bowing out. Thanks. What a nice guy, man. Thanks. Domi. For casting. No problem, man. That's pretty funny. I was not expecting that. Was not expecting that. Yeah, I feel bad now. Have we slated him a bit this set? Don't think we slated him really. We've just we thought lift truck was the favorite. And my advice to Stilvior is if he wants to do better next time, he needs to be competing like against the top 20 players on the ZH ladder, and he needs to be playing like best of 9s, best of 11s, best of whatever against some of the top players. Or the tip is to improve is to always be playing really someone who's like 10 or 15% better than you, maybe 10%. And keep doing that, and repeat until you like in the top 10 or top 5. That's my advice. But yeah, shout out to Stilvior. Nice beacons there at the end. I wasn't expecting that. Nice surprise. GG, well played to lift truck, and I'll see you in the next one.